everyone. While we're gathering in and taking our seats, I'm going to play our 8 Principles video.
The Unitarian Universalist Church of Pensacola, the 8 Principles.
Number 1, the inherent worth and dignity of every person.
Number 2, justice, equity, and compassion in human relation.
Number 3, acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregation.
Number 4, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning.
Number 5, the right of conscience and the use of democratic process within our congregation and in society at large.
Number 6, the goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all.
Number 7, respect for the interdependent web of existence,
of which we are all a part.
Number 8, active commitment to dismantle racism and other oppression in ourselves and our institutions.
Okay, good morning. Welcome, everyone. I'm Mary Beth. I'll be your service leader today. My pronouns are she and her. Okay, first and foremost, I think we can all agree we have at one point or another in our lives been somewhat motherly to someone else, whether that's a sloppy roommate, a child, a pet, whoever, whatever. So, if you will, take a second, turn to your neighbor, and say Happy Mother's Day. We all deserve some credit. Yes. It's a beautiful day to celebrate mothers and mother-type people. So we're so glad that you came to join us. If this is your first time, we are so happy to have you. I'm sure you've been greeted by one of our lovely greeters and hopefully received a pamphlet. And that has all of our information about our church. If you didn't, you can grab one on your way out, or you can go to our website, uupensacola.org. It has everything about our church and also the UU denomination as a whole, the organization as a whole. So it's got it all there that you can visit. But yeah, we're so happy to have you. Welcome back to those who have been here before, and welcome to those online. Thank you for joining us in your comfy pajamas. I'm going to take a minute to remind everyone to please silence your cell phones. We do have a great service, as we always do, so I want to make sure we don't have any distractions. So please silence those. And just a little bit of fun fact about our church. We are a lay-led community, so every Sunday we have a new speaker. We have returning ones. We have a returning one today. So we do have some regular rotations, but we also have random people that come in from our Pensacola community, our church community, and I think it's just a great way to get a different perspective from lots of different people. So if this is not your cup of tea today, come back next week and see if that's your cup of tea or coffee, whatever. So yeah, that's a fun fact about us. We have a few announcements. First and most importantly is, and I don't think I have a poem today, which is shocking, but it is our Sunday Sweets Day. We have homemade goodies that are made from people around the church here, and they are for sale because we are also a self-funding church, meaning we aren't associated to another organization. So we fund and run wholly on our members and our friends and our community here. So in efforts to raise some money for our church, we have a bake sale. If you are new to us, you get a free piece. Yay! So make sure to collect on that. If not, and you don't want it, just get something and I'll eat it, okay? But if you have been with us before, we take cash, Venmo, we'll work something out if you don't have cash. So when you get done, you can grab some sweets over there, and then also just around the corner here in our conference room, we have coffee and water and probably some other snacks because we're a snacky people. What can I say? So grab you some snacks and goodies and then sit around and socialize. But we do have a couple of things coming up. One, this afternoon after you get your sweets and treats and whatnot, the Pagan group, they have changed their name actually. They are now the Earth Stars. Very cool. So they'll be meeting after service in the library or in the, where's Farron? Thank you, in the teen room, just around here. So you'll find it, it's a circle. So just keep wandering until you hear the Earth Stars. But they'll be meeting after the service, and visitors are welcome. If you're not sure what paganism is, or just have questions or interested to join, show up. And it said anyone who attended the Gaia Fest ritual 2 weeks ago is welcome to drop by and give feedback. They'd love to hear what your thoughts were on that. So get a treat and then find the teen room for the Earth Stars meeting. Just Pensacola, J-U-S-T. Last Tuesday, there was a very successful Nehemiah action at First Baptist Church of Warrington. It was exciting to be able to stand with 17 other congregations of various faiths to work for justice in our community. The total number of people who were there was over 700. Our congregation had 40 in attendance, and we should be very proud of that. Very proud indeed. So, we represent. All of the requests for action by the elected officials in working for justice were answered with a yes. So that's awesome. The work may be slow and incremental, but the progress is being made. And we're making a difference, so don't forget that. I know it may not feel that way sometimes, but we are making a difference. So look for more details in the next issue of The Light, which if you're new to us, it's kind of our newsletter and has everything about that. So if you do have questions before that comes out, you can see Paula there. There she goes. And she did us proud as well. She spoke and just did wonderful and made us all look good. So thank you, Paula. Okay, a few more announcements. The Lunch Bunch is going to be Wednesday, May 14th. There is a time change. Normally you guys meet at 1. It's 11:30 this time, so a little bit earlier. And they're going to be meeting at Nick's Boathouse, just next to the Wahoo Stadium. So if you have questions, you can look for Hugh Ed there, and he can answer anything. But that's May 14th, Wednesday, at 11:30 for the Lunch Bunch. And then we have the Panhandle Trans Coalition. Will be holding their second annual Queer Prom here at UUCP on Saturday, May 17th, and it starts at 4 p.m. They're doing a spring fling theme, so everything's colorful and new, which is appropriate. I think we need that. So they'll be having a potluck, and what has started as a joke turned into a potato extravaganza. So bring your best potato dish to share or join our shepherd's pie cook-off. Oh, genius. That sounds great. So if you have any questions, you can talk to Chris, which I don't think they're here today, but see me, and if I can't answer, I'll refer to Chris, and we'll get your answers. So yeah, that's next Saturday, or this coming Saturday. Yes, the 17th. Yeah. Okay, just a few more. Fun and Fellowship. We have a couple of events coming up. May 25th is lunch and bowling. We did this last year, and it was a huge hit and a lot of fun, I think. So we're going to meet at the Cordova Mall food court at noon, and then head over to Cordova Lanes, which is just like down the street, at 1:30. So you can do one or both. You can bring your lunch to the food court if you don't want any of those options. So the bowling is $4 per person per game, and then $4 for your shoes. And if you could sign up in the lobby or online by next Sunday, so I'll know how many lanes I need to reserve. But that's lunch and bowling. And then we have dinner and derby. So May 31st, that's a Saturday, we'll be meeting at El Paso Mexican Restaurant in Milton at 5. Get some, load up on all the chips and queso and whatnot. And then we'll go over to Weber Skate Center for the West Florida Roller Derby match. It's super fun if you guys haven't been. It's really chill. Bring a chair because you sit along the rink, and come out a little bit early so that you can get a good seat because parking fills up kind of fast. And I think it's $15 at the door, and I think you can still purchase the tickets online for $13. So yeah, if you have any questions, see me. I think that's everything. Whew, thank you. Okay, Laura, would you mind coming up and helping me with the chalice lighting? This is something we do every Sunday, light our chalice. We are Unitarian Universalists with minds that think, hearts that love, and hands that are ready to serve. Together we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in the world. Thank you. And after all the announcements, I think we need a bit of centering music. A lot going on in the world. Let's take some deep breaths, close our eyes, pray if you want to, think if you want to, cry if you want to. But we'll have our musicians play a little something. I have set a prayer for our opening words by Wayne B. Arneson. O God, you surround us. In you we have our being. Help us to recognize the love that surrounds us. Help us to see ourselves as the other people we are and can be. See ourselves as the loving people we are and can be. In silence now, we bring our mind's eye the people who have loved us and continue to love us. For people who are not here with us today, but whose love we carry with us. People who are there every day and whose love we sometimes take for granted. People who might be within our circle of love. Could we but extend it a little further? In silence now, we hold these people in our hearts. In returning from silence, we ask that our hearts be opened to all whose names and faces have crossed our minds, and that the love we share with the people in our lives may be our abiding teacher. May it be so. Now I'll ask if you wouldn't mind, if you're willing and able, to stand and sing with us our opening song. And I'll invite the choir musicians to come up. It's in the dark gray hymnal here. It's number 212. And after this, we'll say our covenant. So if you want to remain standing after this song, we'll say our covenant together. And if you'll notice, there are 5 verses to this song. So the first 3 are in the measures, and the 4th and 5th verse are just down at the bottom. Okay, and we'll sing together.
Dancing
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, choir. At this time, I'll ask if Lori can help me with joys and sorrows. I love this part of our service because it helps us get a glimpse into each other's lives and also to share in our joy or our sorrow, celebrating or mourning with you. So if you guys feel that you have something you'd like to share with our community, briefly, please, you can line up here on either side and give us your name and then just briefly give what you'd like to share with the congregation. And as I said, we'll celebrate with you or mourn, or you can find our official hugger, Brett, over there, and he'll give you a nice big bear hug. It helps, I promise. And we'll light a candle for that. And the first one I'll light just as a general blanket candle. It's a big fat candle that I'm gonna light first for all the things going on in the world, especially in our country right now. So just a kind of a big candle to represent the joys and sorrows going on around the world.
Hi, I have a who take care of our children who are our future. A couple of the kids are coming up. Come on up, kids, and you can introduce yourselves if you feel like it. Oh, good. Someone showed up after I asked. Yay. Now, tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. My name's Gracie. My name's Em.
Now, we typically have a lot of other kids who are here, and we're thrilled to have you three. So let's go over there together. All right, now we have some parent volunteers we're going to recognize first. And if, would you please put up the screen for the names? Here we go. We have a CRE ministry team, and I'm the only one here today, but they are, as you can see, there's me, there's Bradley Vincent, Lauren Ansaldo, and Scott Satterwhite. Now we just kind of advise and help. Honor Bell is our CRE coordinator. Honors in there. He's going to come up in just a minute. We have Angela Stubbs who helps, and we have a couple of parents who we're going to recognize first. Claire Helton is not here today, but she's been coming once a month and doing out-of-the-box things with the kids. Have you been there for that when Claire did the out-of-the-box thing? You haven't been? Yeah? No? Yeah? Oh, maybe, yeah. And Mark Thuma is not here, but I can see Heather. Heather is signed up to help. Come on up, Heather. Yay! Who's got the one for Heather? There you go. You can give that to Heather. And, ta-da! All right, yeah, stay up here. And now we're going to have Angela come on up. This is for you. Oh, wow. And we have a certificate for Angela saying thank you. And Honor, come on down. We love having our children here. We love having you guys here. We hope that you enjoy your Sunday mornings and you look forward to coming. And it's thanks to these people and the others who are not here today, but we've mentioned that this Sunday morning is a good morning for you, and hopefully you will be learning things that you'll remember for the rest of your lives. All right, thank you.
And thank you, Laura. She does a lot as well. Not just for the children, but yeah, choir. Yeah. Thank you, Laura. Okay, we're gonna sing now. Yeah, let's sing the children out. Should we do a quick little ditty? Now it's time for our offertory. So yes, I said earlier we are member funded, so this is the time where if you have some treasure you'd like to share with us, we would greatly appreciate it. We'll have our ushers walk around with a basket, and then we have a little special number if y'all want to come on up, and we'll sing a little special something while we're passing around the offering. But you can give text, you can mail a check in, or you can set up reoccurring payments, which I think is what a majority of our congregation does. So. Thank you. All right, it's my honor to introduce our speaker today. She's been here multiple times, doesn't need an introduction, but she is a longtime friend of our church, and we're so happy to have her on a regular basis. Please help me welcome Teresa Everett.
I'm going to take a sip of water first. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you. It's always an honor to be asked to speak here at your church, and I especially want to say thank you today for having me speak on Mother's Day. It's an honor for me to be able to do that. So happy Mother's Day. I know everyone has been wishing everyone happy Mother's Day. Yes. And we know that Mother's Day is a really very special occasion. And we dedicated this day specifically to honor and celebrate moms and motherhood. Although, our advertisers have built up so much expectation around this day. And they've geared it to make us feel a certain way, right? They've built expectations around this day. Like, the perfect Hallmark mom and the perfect Norman Rockwell mom. But I need to acknowledge, and we need to acknowledge, that this day may be difficult for some, because we know that not all mothers should have been moms. So to honor that, I want to acknowledge, we need to acknowledge, that this day is not only filled with love, but this day may also be filled with pain for some, and we need to honor that. And I also want to honor those who have persevered through that pain, and how they've managed through it for this day. So let's take a moment. Amen. We all know that the word mother references the female gender because it's the females in our species that we know have the ability to give birth. But I was really curious when I started writing this sermon about the official meaning of the word motherhood. So, of course, I had to look it up. So, motherhood, as defined by the Oxford Dictionary, is simply stated as the state of being a mother. But the Merriam-Webster Dictionary goes a little deeper than that. Mother, of, relating to, or being a mother. Bearing the relation of a mother. Lots of mother, right? Derived from, or is that from, one's mother. Acting as or providing parental stock, used without reference to sex. Ooh. I don't know about you, but number 4 really caught my attention. Acting as or providing parental stock, used without reference to sex. So, I have to stay here. Who should celebrate today? Who should do it? Let's not answer that question just yet, because I also want to recognize that we may have some die-hard moms here who think that it's just moms. And I mean that in the most loving manner. So let's just wait to see who should celebrate. Let's take a step back in time, because tradition of honoring women who give birth can be traced all the way back to many ancient civilizations that venerated motherhood through numerous deities and festivities. It's also known as the divine feminine. This motherhood has deep ancient roots and are found in various spiritual and cultural traditions around the world. This divine feminism is associated with concepts such as fertility, creation, wisdom, and spiritual enlightenment. From Gaia, the primordial goddess of the earth, representing the mother of all life itself, to current times, societies have historically revered the concept of motherhood and the universal significance across different cultures throughout all ages. Our history for this day in the U.S. is deeply intertwined. So what is our history here in the U.S.? How did we get here? It's deeply intertwined with the social movements following the American Civil War. And one of the leaders who attempted to establish a Mother's Day for peace was Julia Ward Howe. She was an American author and poet from New York City. She wrote the words that we know to the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And they were new lyrics to an existing song that was sung during the Civil War in the camps. She was an Episcopalian, and later became a Unitarian. She started the movement of Mother's Day for peace in 1870, only 5 years after the Civil War. She was deeply, deeply affected by that war because she witnessed the destruction and the deep rifts that had occurred afterwards. She evolved into a pacifist and an anti-war activist, and she worked her entire life towards peace and women's suffrage. In 1872, she became the editor of a woman's journal, a widely read suffragette magazine. And she wrote her appeal to womanhood throughout the world. And that became known later on as the Women's Day Proclamation. In that appeal, she asked women all around the world to join together for world peace. Now, this is 1872, so this was all done through writing. Simultaneously, Anne Reeves Jarvis, also known as Mother Jarvis, was a young Appalachian homemaker who taught Sunday school lessons. She was deeply Christian, but she too was a lifelong activist who, also during the Civil War, organized Mother's Day work clubs. This was all done in West Virginia, and she did this to combat and make people aware of the unsanitary living conditions, because Reeves Jarvis was concerned about the high infant mortality rate. And that was especially pervasive in Appalachia. So her goal was to educate and help mothers who needed it the most. During the Civil War, Jarvis had also organized women's brigades, encouraging all these women to help regardless of what side their men fought on. After the war, she proposed a Mother's Day friendship to promote peace between former Union and Confederate families. In the post-war era, Jarvis's initiatives sought to bridge the chasm that was left by this conflict. She advocated for unity and understanding with each other, and she did this through the common ground of motherhood. She tried to have a day set aside to allow for a day of rest, because these women, they toiled in the fields and at home. But for her, it never got any traction in her surrounding area. After Anne Reeves Jarvis died, her daughter Anna, she embarked on a mission to commemorate her mother's achievements and the invaluable role that her mother played in society, that she experienced. She loved her mother so deeply and was so moved by her mother's work throughout her life that she felt she had to do this. So the first inaugural local Mother's Day celebration was on May 10th, 1908, and was held in Grafton, West Virginia, their hometown. Now, this date was symbolically chosen to align with the anniversary of Anne Reeves, her mom's death. And it serves as a tribute to her life. And it serves as the broader appreciation of maternal. But Anne wanted a national holiday. She was so upset and deeply affected by her mother's death, and wanted so much for her mom to be recognized for all of the work that she did. She embarked on a massive letter writing campaign to politicians, business leaders, and women's groups. And these letters reflected her personal reflections about her mom. They were very, very personal, including very intimate acknowledgement of her mother's impact on her own life, as well as the work and impact on all women. So we know that her efforts were successful because in 1914, President Woodrow Wilson established Mother's Day, and it's on the second day in May. It marks the achievement of Jarvis's goal to nationally recognize the importance of mothers. Now, Ann Jarvis's campaign to honor Mother was born out of an experience where she saw this woman doing amazing, loving, and great things. I mean, you don't push for a national holiday, right, unless your life has been impacted. And in this case, it was marvelous. Now, I asked in the beginning, who should celebrate this day? Now, based on the account that we just heard, it would seem that this day should only be celebrated by women, right? Because the birth of this holiday over 100 years ago arose out of a response to events in a specific time in history, where roles were very defined and very delineated, and which included what a family over 100 years ago should look like. Now, we have made progress over these many, many years, because we know that our definition of family and roles within and without a family unit have expanded greatly. So who should celebrate? I'm going to go back to Merriam-Webster's last definition. Acting as or providing parental stock used without reference to sex. We celebrate mothering in all its different forms. For women who gave birth and for those who never did. From all its different practitioners, mothers, grandmothers, aunts, sisters, fathers, uncles, brothers. For that unconditional love, the patience, the grace, the sacrifice given so freely upon all its receivers, all of us. This day has become bigger. And I'm not talking about Hallmark and Norman Rockwell bigger. This day has become bigger because we have transcended its initial advocacy for peace and reconciliation to the recognition of a never-ending, all-encompassing, open love. For those who are still with us, for all those mothers, should celebrate by wearing a white carnation. And for those who have passed, we celebrate with wearing a red carnation. Amen. Blessed be.
Thank you, Teresa. Okay, we're going to sing our closing hymn, and then we'll have some closing words, and then we'll get to eat some sweet treats. If you're willing and able to stand, you can find a hymnal here, a Till hymnal. We'll be singing number 1026, "If Every Woman in the World." Yes, if you're able to stand. few closing words, little closing words, a prayer for Mother's Day. We acknowledge the diverse experiences of mothering and the complexities of human relationships. For those who lost their mothers or who have experienced difficult relationships, may we offer compassion, grace, love, and understanding. For those who have given birth and raised children, may we express our appreciation and gratitude for their strength and dedication. For all, may we seek to embody the heart of a mother, with a heart that is open to compassion, grace, and care. May we strive to create a world where we are nurtured, loved, and valued, just as we have been nurtured and loved by our mothers and those who have mothered us in other ways. Amen. Blessed be. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much.
I saw it said jazz, so I thought it might be mine. And then I looked at it. Sometimes the matches are working, sometimes they were not working. Like at all. So I kind of threw me off. That's okay. I knew that. I know I can look at that now. And it's not in a key either. It's not in a key signature either. Hello. Great. How are you, Nancy? What other, do you have any other words here? Like I just have words to the song. I think another song is playing piano on this.
Oh. Well, this is, Joe's not here to practice his song. So.
I'm listening to you, Mary Beth. I didn't want you to.